So the other day I used jump rope exercise snacks to kind of weave into my day in the middle of me having to take care of different things that I take care of so I could still get my exercise in. Now, I was jumping rope and I also was doing like yard work and other different things I do typically on Sunday after church to kind of get ready for the week. This is a way that I can get my cardio in without having like a dedicated exercise session. So this is perfect for you if you are a person like me. Maybe you're a parent, you're over 40, you have things that you're doing, responsibilities you're taking care of, and you just can't seem to find out like when to exercise. You might, do good to get a jump rope and, just kind of go jump 5 minutes, 2 minutes, maybe a minute, and then get back to it. So I've been doing exercise snacks for a long time, but I never heard of this referred to as exercise snacks until really within the past year or so. It's a technical term that is defined as brief exercise sessions. In this case, they define it as exercise sessions that are less than or equal to a minute, that is spaced throughout the day to allow people to get exercise in without having a dedicated exercise time. So, it can be anything from, like I said, jump rope to squats, walking upstairs, walking down the hall, push-ups. That's a lot of what it was for me. Push-ups, planks, just anything you can do in like a small period of time. And I'll say anywhere from like maybe a minute to 5 minutes, because you don't want to get sweaty necessarily. You don't want to, you don't really have time for that. But the cool thing is, it turns out that this is actually still very helpful. So we know that sitting too long, especially from research over the past 15 or so years, it's been shown to be very, very harmful to health, very harmful in unique ways, like raising insulin resistance, and just kind of leading to the development of lifestyle diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and stuff like that. But this is a way that you can kind of pepper in exercise, in little spurts, like every 30 minutes or every hour. It could be 10 squats, it could be 10 push-ups or whatever, so that you're not sitting down the whole day. So it helps to break that up. And it also turns out can be very beneficial to health. I saw this quote in an article I read, which I'll link to. It said, every engagement in physical activity can positively impact overall physical health. And the cool thing that I saw is that exercise snacks can actually be as beneficial to your health as longer duration cardio if the total amount of time is the same. Now that's very, very interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. So exercise snacks help to reduce what you call postprandial blood glucose. Postprandial means like after you eat. So postprandial blood glucose, insulin, and triglycerides. Okay. And so really a good time for you to, maybe go get your jump rope and jump for a few minutes, or go do like 10, 15 squats, or do a quick 2-minute walk is after you eat a meal. Because what do we typically do? A lot of times we just kind of sit down on it and then we get sluggish and all this kind of stuff. But this can kind of help to reduce those levels of blood glucose, triglycerides, and insulin. And check this out. You engaging in exercise snacks throughout the day, little bits of exercise here and there, can actually improve your fat oxidation overall. It can even improve the ability or the effect of the exercise sessions that you do every week. So say, for example, you are exercising, like 30 minutes, 3 days a week, and then you start integrating these exercise snacks. The exercise snacks will improve the effect of those 3 weekly exercise sessions when it comes to fat oxidation, which is just burning fat, using fat for energy. So that's really cool. Because the thing is, whenever we're sedentary for long periods of time, it actually inhibits our ability to burn fat. It makes it harder to burn fat whenever you sit down for long periods of time. So you might want to, like I said, get you a jump rope, or at least kind of like get you a handful of exercises that you like to do, and do those for exercise snacks, because it actually will enhance your overall ability to burn fat, which is really, really cool. To me, and I'll say this to conclude, it just kind of goes to show that we should be moving constantly, or as we should be moving often as a rule, and not as like a kind of an occasional thing, because we're clearly designed to move. And exercise snacks are something that I've used for many, many years for my own purposes, to make sure I get my exercise in. But, now, it shows, like, there are studies that have shown that this is actually very, very beneficial to your health. So, get you a jump rope, or get you some favorite exercises, and start exercising a little bit, like 1 to 5 minutes, 30 minutes, every 30 minutes or every hour or something like that, okay? Because you'll see the results, apparently. Let me know if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.